How's it going, everybody? I'm Lewis, it's October, and we've got a new month ahead post from the Old School RuneScape team. So, October is here, and they've got a huge amount in store. There's a heck of a lot of content coming from Content Poll 36, including skilling pets, the new lunar spells to help you check your farming patches, and lots more. The Max Cape and Deadman mode will be coming soon, and of course, because it's October, we're going to be getting the 2015 Halloween event. So, let's start off with the Max Cape. The Max Cape has been discussed for a long time, especially since we started getting maxed players. Since the writing of this post, they have over 139 max players, and that just keeps growing. The Max Cape will be available to players with level 99 in all skills, which means 2,277 total level. The cape will have the same stats as a trimmed skill cape, and will cost 2,277,000 coins to purchase. The actual model of the Max Cape is a modified version of the one found in RuneScape 3. However, the emote that's attached to the cape will be very unique to Old School. So if you're near to maxing out, make sure you get maxed, and if you already are maxed, you get a chance to show off the fact that you are maxed. They're aiming to get this in-game by the 15th of October, so we'll be seeing it very soon. Moving on to Deadman mode. Deadman mode is something everyone knows about. It's high risk, high reward gaming mode, where your survival is based on how honourable you are in an environment that encourages dishonour. This game mode will be coming to Old School later on in October. We've already seen a heck of a lot of information about Deadman mode. Most of what we already need to know has already been out there in the old dev blogs and when they polled it. But here are the basics. Deadman mode will create quite unique gameplay, making it very exciting, intense, and very fearful. It will do this with just a few changes. These are PvP everywhere, 5 times XP rates, losing 50% of your XP when you die, lose 28 stacks from your bank when you die, having a longer combat logout timer, and disabling the Grand Exchange altogether. So despite all these changes, it's going to be very similar to Old School RuneScape, and they hope that players will just be able to hop on to either game depending on what they feel like on that day. However, if you're playing Deadman mode, don't get too comfortable. Around every corner, there'll be someone ready to take your life and set you back. Moving on to skilling pets. Since last July, bosses have been dropping mega rare pet drops throughout Old School, and it's proven to be very popular. People really enjoy having an incredibly slim chance of receiving an awesome looking pet, and since they introduced them, there's been many avid boss slayers out there taking on the challenge. Later on this month, they'll be giving skillers the opportunity to get their hands on some pets too. In the previous content poll, they offered us 4 skilling pets to be introduced to Old School. These are for woodcutting, mining, fishing, and hunter. Like boss pets, skilling pets are going to be incredibly rare. It's not going to be possible to get a pet by doing faster, low-level activities, because the likelihood of receiving the pet will be based on how long it takes to perform each action in that skill. They're aiming to make receiving a skilling pet take roughly the same amount of time required to get a boss pet. So getting a skilling pet will be no easy task. If you see one, you know that the owner has definitely got a huge amount of skilling under their belt. Or they're incredibly lucky. Moving on to Halloween. Of course, it's October, and how can we not get a Halloween event in Old School? This year they've created a brand new event which they polled just recently. So this year's event will be called Death's Unwelcome Guest. After failing to convince Galenorians everywhere to abandon their Wintumber revelry for the sobering malaise of everyday life, Anti-Santa sought out his old buddy, the Grim Reaper, for a much needed dose of cynicism. Grim was more than happy to trade a few discordant tales with the contrarian humbug at first, but the problem with these contentious nihilistic types is they never know when to leave. It's been 10 months now since the Anti-Santa parked his frosty backside on the Reaper's sofa, and he's just about had enough. Our task is to get Anti-Santa out of Death's mansion and out into the cold where he belongs. Of course, it's a holiday event, so there's going to be a ton of rewards for doing it. This year we'll be able to get our hands on Anti-Santa's new comfortable attire, which will be revealed during the event. You'll get an invitation to Death's Halloween party. You'll get a new Deathly Wool kit for your player and house. You'll get the Ash emote, and you'll get 2 additional skin colours from the Makeover Mage, which will be very white and very black. As always, you'll be able to get your hands on all of the rewards from the previous years if you haven't already. This includes the skeleton outfit, the scythe, a jack-lantern mask, a zombie head, the scared emote, a black Halloween mask, Grim Reaper's hood, pumpkins, red, blue, and green Halloween masks, and an additional green skin colour from the Makeover Mage. The Halloween event will be making its way into game a week or so just before Halloween. So just before we move on, I just want to point out a few things. I really love all of the holiday events Old School RuneScape has, and the majority that RuneScape has done over the years. I'm questioning why we're getting the Ash emote with this. It's completely irrelevant to Halloween. I'm also confused as to why we're getting these 2 new skins, because I have absolutely no memory of them polling them. So unless they changed it between the dev blog and the poll, then they shouldn't be doing this. One thing I think is quite interesting to note, and I believe that we could see that in the poll results, is that the Tortured Soul pet did not pass. So let's move on to poll 36 content. They've got a lot of content to be released from content poll 36, and we'll be seeing a lot of this throughout October. One of the nicer quality of life changes that they polled was a toggle to keep private messages visible when the chat box is hidden. This would allow you to chat away with your friends without needing the entire chat box to be visible. Another change to come, which avid impling hunters are sure to love, is the impling log. You'll be able to track the number of implings that you hunt all over Galenor. If you're interested in seeing everything that is coming with content poll 36, you can either go to the poll module or an in-game poll booth and have a look at everything that passed. So I think this is going to be a very exciting month. I'm a little bit unsure about Deadman mode, however I don't want to stop it, so I'm just going to let everything Deadman mode related roll out and we'll see what happens. Which update are you most looking forward to? Let me know in the comments below. Personally I think it'll be skilling pets, because I'm more of a skiller, or at least I don't do bosses when I do combat, so I feel like I've got more of a chance at getting a pet that's not a cat. If you're interested in some more future updates to Old School RuneScape, please click here for the Old School RuneScape reveals that they did at RuneFest. And if you want to watch my latest Old School RuneScape video, please click here for 150 subscribers and meet my RuneScape character. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share, and if you want to keep up to date with the Old School RuneScape updates, devlogs and polls, please subscribe. I've been Lewis, thanks for watching, goodbye.